we've been educated to be objective. We engage with the world as if we are objective. We confuse the subjective with the objective. We've been educated for answers, right? Not questions. We've been educated to have the right answers, as if the cash is in the right answer, when in fact the cash is in the best question. And then we project that subjective view onto the world and onto the people as if it's objective. It's the source of one of our greatest conflicts, which we're going to talk about later. When in fact we're delusional. We see not only the history, what we see is the history of what we perceived before, not the history of what it turned out to be, not the history of the reality, but the history of what I saw before, the history of my history of past meanings. And I'm going to show you how quickly I can change your perception by giving you just a recent history. So I'm going to play you a sound string, and you're not going to hear anything interesting, but raise your hand if you hear something interesting, okay? Hear anything interesting? Now I want you to read along. Okay? Just read along now. How many of you can hear it's fun to smoke marijuana? Yeah. Now if we go back, does everybody hear it's fun to smoke marijuana? Yes. What you're hearing is the history of what you heard before. What is that sound? It's this played backwards. Right? Which is why the source of creativity is in fact humility. Right? Which is why I wanted you to know less at the end than you thought you knew at the beginning. Because again, nothing interesting begins with knowing, it begins with not knowing. It begins with humility. It begins with the courage to say, I don't know.